Hi, my crafty friends. I'm back with another quick video because I wanted to share with you how I made these. I had a couple questions on the video before this where I just actually show you them. I don't show how I made them, but it was easier for me to answer the questions in video than to try to comment and explain. So I don't have a tutorial how I made these because they're so super simple that I can do it in just explaining it. So I'm not a jewelry maker, or I don't know like all the jewelry findings and eye pins and all that kind. Like I don't know how to, I guess, use them properly. So I kind of fudge it as I go along and just keep my fingers crossed that it works out. So let's start with this one. We'll start with these. So I had these old wooden spools that I had in my hoard vault, and I have decided I'm not hoarding anymore. I have a few things that are just really cool and neat, and I just said I'm going to use them up, and they're of no good use to me sitting in a container or on a jar on a shelf. So I had 3 of them, and yeah, I actually used all 3 that I had, and is so non-me. Like I had 3 left, and that would leave me with none. Well, I used them, so I was very proud of myself. So let me tell you what I did. I use these little thingies called eye pins. They're the 2-inch eye pins. It's the little, I don't know how good you'll be able to see them, but let me take one out because I don't know the proper use for these little gadgets. So if you can see, they have a little hole right there, and then they're 2 inches. So I threaded this up through the center of the spool, and I attached what looks like a humongous jump ring. It's actually from a chain that I got. I'm pretty sure I got this at Michael's, but either Michael's or Joann's. Those are the only 2 places that I buy this kind of stuff from. And they look like gigantic jump rings. What I liked about this chain is that they have that distressed kind of Tim Holtzy chainy thing look, like the same color. Yeah, so I attached one onto the bottom of that little hole, not hole, but sorry. I attached it to here, to that little end, and then I attached the jump ring to the little charm. And I just used like the little jewelry pliers, those little tiny like needle nose, and just, closed it up. Okay, and then I fed it through, like I said, it was fed up through the top, and I applied that little spacer. We all have a bunch of those little spacer things. And then fed that up through the center hole. And then I used the Tim Holtz charm clips, but it's basically a jump ring and then just like another little type of ring to add, just so that you can connect it to something else, but you can use anything. And then what I did, because I don't know, like I don't know how you use them, like once they're up and it's straight and I need to make my own little loop, I don't know what to do. So all I did was I grabbed the tip of this with my needle nose pliers, and I just twisted it 2 or 3 times to make a little loop and close it off. And then that's when I attached the Tim Holtz jump ring and that little little hook. See? Try not to get my fingers in the way, sorry. So that's all I did, basically just connecting like a little puzzle piece, doing the best I could with that, top of it, with that part of it at the top, and then attaching. And then right here on the spool, on the wood part, I just cut a strip of pages from a book, that had text on it, sorry. And I just cut it down to about 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more, and then adhered it with some gel medium, let it dry, and then I distressed it with some Tim Holtz ink and added another coat of the gel medium. And that was it. That's all I did. So whoever gets it can attach something here. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all I did. Super easy peasy. Okay, the other question I had was how did I punch the holes in the bottle caps? So glad you asked that, Francine, because I've tried them before with my crocodile and have just like bent up the whole side, like just ruined the bottle cap. And it was frustrating me. So I want to say I had either YouTubed it, like either Googled it or something about making bottle cap charms. This was like a while back because I was doing something else. And I watched this video where they use this tool. It's called Metal Hole Punch, Jewelry and Hobby Tools. I got this at, they have it at Michael's, but I think I bought mine at Joann's. It's called Precision Hand Tool, one-piece metal hole punch plier. And it punches a 1.8 millimeter hole. And it is the best thing ever. I'll take it out so you can see how tiny that little, let's see if you can see it. See that little tiny hole right there in the middle, like right here, I'm showing you. And it, oh my gosh, it punches so easily and just the perfect hole and doesn't bend the bottle cap or anything. So I think I paid, I know I used a coupon. I probably paid like $10, maybe less. And it comes with a little replacement, sorry, something fell. It comes with a little replacement blade, so you can like take off the whole, you can take off this whole little mechanism right here, this whole thing. You can take that all off and replace it when it starts to wear out. So it was a pretty good deal. So anyhow, that's what I use, and yeah, it works great. I love it. I really like it because it's great. I'm sure I can punch anything else too that's made of metal that's not too thick, but that's how I did those. And I think I explained, I just stamped the girl and adhered her down with some glossy accents. So that's it. So like I said, these are super easy. You just have to have your little eye pins that enable you to attach something that's going to hang down here. And then once you get to the top, just grab those pliers and do a little twirly. It gives you the hoop that, the circle that you need to slip that little jump ring in there. And that's it. So I hope that explained it. If you have any more questions, go ahead and leave me a comment. Thanks. Bye.